Hey guys, welcome back to this week's Did You Know with Nina and Christine's Real Talk. Our spring market is here and a lot of buyers and sellers are heading towards that finish line, that closing day. Today we're talking about one of the biggest surprises in real estate and most common, those closing costs.
Right. So most people focus on the down payment or the sale price, but closing costs are the extra expenses that really help complete the transaction. And we're going to throw on the screen a quick chart, of common buying and selling, or I should say buyer side and seller side, closing costs that you may face. Because in New Jersey, both buyers and sellers can and usually do have costs at closing. And these final numbers, they depend on the property, the financing, and how your contract is negotiated.
Now let's start with the buyer side. Buyers often have lender-related fees like underwriting, the processing, and the loan charges. They also may have appraisal fees, inspections, attorney fees, the title work, all those recording fees for the new deed, survey costs if needed, and escrow prepays for taxes and homeowners insurance.
And as we talked about, buyers are responsible for negotiating compensation with their own buyer's agent. And again, that amount's fully negotiable, but depending on the terms of the contract, a seller may choose to contribute toward that expense or other buying costs, but again, that's negotiated. It's not automatic.
And now for sellers may have costs like the realty transfer fee, attorney fees, your smoke or CO certifications, municipal requirements, those prorated taxes or HOA fees, and paying off any existing mortgage balance. Those items all affect what you actually take home at the end of the day.
Right. And sellers also need to negotiate compensation with their listing agents. And again, that amount's fully negotiable. In some cases, sellers may agree to concessions that will help a buyer, but in others, they may not. Every transaction is so unique. There's no one size fits all, answer or pattern to this.
Exactly. Now, you may also have heard about different specialty taxes in this state, and we have previously mentioned one of them, the mansion tax. In New Jersey, the mansion tax is commonly paid by the buyer on purchases of $1 million or more and is typically 1% of the purchase price, unless the contract says otherwise. Now, sellers moving out of state may also face what we call the so-called exit tax, which is really a tax withholding requirement at closing, not a separate tax bill.
And don't forget about prorations. So these are interesting, right? They're the fair adjustment of expenses like taxes, HOA dues, or utilities. And this is based on the day ownership changes. One side may owe money, one side may receive a credit. This all depends on timing and what's already been paid.
It is also important to know that not every possible fee can be covered in one short video. Closing costs can vary based on your loan type, the town requirements, property type, the price point you're purchasing at, timing, and the professionals all involved. Even the numbers we mentioned today can change from deal to deal.
That's why the smartest move is for you to consult your team of professionals early on, your real estate agent, your attorney, your title representative, and your lender. They can really help you review those closing costs that you're going to face. And so this way there are no surprises when closing day comes.
Exactly. Bottom line, guys, the closing costs aren't random fees. They are part of the moving parts that legally transfer ownership from one party to the next. And when you understand them early on, closing day becomes exciting for you instead of stressful.
So before we wrap up, if homeownership is something you're considering in the near future, the next few years, now's the time to start learning the process. We would love to invite you to our free seminar. It's a first-time home buyer seminar, guys. Every week, I'm so sorry. First-time home buyer seminar. This is open to everyone. It's going to happen on Wednesday, May 20th of this year, 2026, from 6 to 8 p.m. And it's going to happen in Brick Township, New Jersey.
Exactly. We love to see you guys there, as we're going to be covering the buying process, those financing options, grants you may potentially be able to qualify for, credit tips, inspections, those closing costs, and how to protect yourself every step of the way. Seats are limited, so register quickly and save your spot now. The registration link, the date and time and location are up here on the screen, and the registration link is going to be in the caption of this video.
So thank you so much for watching and joining us. If you ever have any real estate questions or needs, feel free to reach out. Our contact info is up on the screen. You can call us, DM us, text, whatever. And you guys, it's a pleasure. Don't forget to like, share, and follow, and we will see you next week.
Exactly. Goodbye, guys. Have a great week.
Bye.